Okay, so good morning once again.
Good morning.
So yesterday I told us we'll be looking at you still remember the topic I said we shall be focusing on in
I
this
think
session.
correct God says
CorelDRAW what?
tools.
CorelDRAW tools. CorelDRAW tools. All right. So let's look at the general meaning of tools. We all know that tools are like the equipment which a service person needs to carry out his or her operation. Look at it from that general perspective. Now, when we say CorelDRAW tools, it then mean we're talking about the features or the commands which are used to operate CorelDRAW or to create or to perform different operations. Let's use that one. To perform different operations. CorelDRAW tools are features or commands which are used to perform different operations.
I want to get to just something. So
Okay, so I was actually defining what we mean by CorelDRAW tools, which is the focus for this section. I said CorelDRAW tools are different commands which are used to perform different operations. They are different commands which are used to perform different operations. Are you
okay,
there?
yes.
So, in other words, they are essential commands. They are essential features of CorelDRAW that every user of this application must know how to use. There's no way you will create shape. Remember, we said that this program is mainly used for graphic design, that is for vector graphics. And you will need this set of tools for you to be able to create vector shapes. If you want to create a cycle, you need a tool to do that. You want to create a rectangle, you also need a tool to do that. And that is why it becomes important for us to understand some of these tools basically before we can start applying them in drawing or in graphics design. So I am going to look at these two from the categorical perspective. I don't want to focus on them individually. So let's look at example of CorelDRAW tools. Example of CorelDRAW tools. Categorically, examples of CorelDRAW tools. Categorically, that is by grouping, by grouping. So the first one I want to discuss, they are called selection tools. The first set of CorelDRAW tools I want to discuss are called selection tools. Selection tools. Now, these are graphic design term. When you use the word selection, what does that mean? Look up. If I have an object like this, let me say I give it this color. And then I create another object like this and then put another color. Now, these two objects, one is selected and one is not what? Selected. So how do I know which of them is selected? Because this is a language of graphic design. The presence of this icon or this black icon you are seeing surrounding the shape shows that this particular one is selected and this one is not selected. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this icon that are active on this one that makes me to know that it's selected, those icons are called nodes. That is Node. They are called nodes. So once you see the presence of the node on an object, you simply know if the object is selected or not. So when we say selection tool, we are talking about tools that can be used to activate an object in simple terms. These are set of tools that can be used to activate an object. So the first one we want to talk about under this category is the pick tool. So the first one is the pick tool. The pick tool. Under the selection, we are looking at pick tool. The pick tool. That is the first one we are looking at. So how do we define the pick tool? Before we demonstrate some of its function, what a designer can actually achieve with this tool called pick tool. Are you with me? So how do we
Yes.
define the pick tool? The pick tool is used to select objects. The pick tool is used to select objects, comma, move objects, comma, resize objects. Are you with me? I'm still listing
Yes.
out the functions of pick tool. I said it is used to select objects, move objects, resize objects, skew objects, and even rotate objects. So there are actually 5 basic functions of the pick tool. In other words, there are 5 good things we can
Resize and
actually
what? Resize and
resize
what?
objects, skew objects, that is SKEW. Skew objects, skew objects, skew objects, and
And
then
what?
rotate objects, rotate objects, rotate objects. So these are the primary functions of the pick tool. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate them before I move to the next selection tool. So now that we have written notes on what pick tool is, I want you to just pay attention as I play around or demonstrate all those functions that I have mentioned. Now, an object in this case is not limited to only text. Sorry, it's not limited to only shape. So I can have this as an object. So
It
this,
can be letters.
yes, it can be letter. So in graphic design, when we talk about objects, it does not only mean text or shape. It comprises of what? Shape and what? Text. Now, if I have typed this text and I want to give it color. If it is not selected, even if I click on any color from now till tomorrow, the color will
Will be
not know
affected.
where or which of the objects is to affect. That is why we say that one of the function of the pick tool is to allow you to select object. That is, you click on it and then touch the object. So with that, you have just focused on that object. That is interpretation. It also means that that object is active to receive instruction. So the instruction could be, okay, I pick color. So you can say that whatever I pick now is now what affecting it because it is selected. Now the same thing with shape. I can just click on it and then select the command I want to give to it. So that is the uh, selection aspect. Now remember I said it can also move objects outside selecting objects. So how do you use the pick tool, this same pick tool, to move this object? You first of all select first, then hold down the left button and keep dragging.
And drag.
Drag. So that is how you can use the pick tool to move what? An object. I also mentioned that the pick tool can resize objects, right? To resize object means you must select it first. And then here, let's talk about the category of node you could find on a selected object. I hope you are with me. Now, so like I was saying, you can see that I want to talk about different types of node. Because without this node, you cannot actually use the pick tool to resize the object. You see this node I'm touching now. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are different from these ones that are directly attached to the shape. These ones are a bit distance for what? From the shape. You notice that? Now, those ones that are far from the shape, they are called uniform nodes. Why are they called uniform node? Because whenever any of them is used, the whole side of the object will be affected or reduced or what? Increase. But these ones, the one attached to the object, they are called axis node. In other words, they are dedicated for adjusting only one axis. Okay, so what I'm explaining now, we cut across other
uniform and axis.
Yes, axis node. So the uniform adjusts the entire object side. The uniform adjusts the entire object side, while the axis adjusts only one particular what? Side. For example, now, if I want to adjust, I want to increase between here and here only, so I'm going to use this node. You can see it now. Then if I want to increase between here and here, I am going to use what? This node. If I want to increase between here and here, I'm going to use this node. The same thing here and here, I'm going to use this. But if I want to increase from all the side, I will use any of what? The uniform node.
To maintain the shape.
Good. Now, if you want to maintain the shape while you are using the uniform, you have to hold down the shift button on your keyboard. You see it now, so that you can maintain all the side. So right now, I am holding down the shift button. That is why it's giving me uniform words or maintaining the shape. But if I remove my hand from the shift tool now, look at it. If I'm going one way, it's not giving me what? That it's not maintaining the shape, the original shape. But once I hold it down, then if I right click, you see, I was still holding down the shift button, and after reducing it inside or outside, then I now press the right button on the mouse. So what that did is to automatically duplicate it. And that is why you are having this one inside. So if I give it color now, you will notice that what? There are two different objects. I want to try it again so that you can understand it. Now, I want to create a smaller cycle inside this one, the red one. And it should have equal space around it. So what I'm going to do is that if I click here like this, look at it, it's increasing on one side. So I want this kind of space equal around the object. So what I will do is that is when, once you have positioned the icon on it, you hold down the shift button, and then as you go in, can you see that it's taking it in uniformly? Just because I am holding down the shift button. Then once I remove my hand, now I want to duplicate it. If I remove my hand without pressing the right button on the mouse, which is for duplication, it will only reduce the red. It will only reduce the red to that size. But what I actually want is that by the time I reduce, I want to maintain that red and generate a smaller one that I'm seeing its shadow or reflection inside the red. So if I want to duplicate, I will just press
right
right
click.
button, then it has retained it, and then I can go and fill it with what? Another color. So that can be somebody's logo. You just write the person's company acronym here. That is all. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so let me give you a few minutes to give me something like this. So you can share your screen now and produce something like this. I hope you will still be seeing mine once I unshare. Maybe you should just take a picture of it. Or you already know what to do. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, yes, I am. Go back to your pick two. Now, remember I spoke about the concept of adjusting object with your node. Now use the axis node to reduce it in. Use the axis node so that it can give us something like cycle. Here, take it up, take it up, take it up. Just to open it up like a full cycle. Take it up. Good. Okay, now you stop. No, it's too much. Bring it down. Or don't worry, use the other left axis node to expand it a little. Click on it first. Always click on it first with your pick tool. Click, select it. Good. Or I use the right axis node. It's already there. Once you can see your node, the object is active. Good. Now, a little. Then just try playing with the axis node. Then let's try that uniform adjustment. Place the cursor on one of those outside node. Place the cursor on one of them. I mentioned uniform node and axis node. Place the cursor
I
on
wanted to
any
give it
of the
color.
uniform node. If you want to give it color, just go and select any color from your color palette. Once the object is selected, click on any color. Good. Now, place the icon on any of the uniform node. That is axis node. Good. Hold down the shift button. Hold down your shift button, then drag it in. Take it in. Take it in, out, in. No, the shift button is not held down. That is why it's not giving us equal reduction. Hold down the shift button while you drag. Hold down the shift. You are not holding it down. Are you using your laptop mouse or the other mouse?
I'm using my laptop mouse.
And that is where you are having issue. You don't do graphics with your laptop mouse. You have to use that your white mouse, the external mouse. That's the best practice for graphics. If not, you just be having issue. You cannot alternate it
I know.
at this level now until you become expert. So you don't have that mouse with you, the other one.
I have it, but I will have to get. Okay, let me get it.
Please get it. Let's good. Hold down the left, oh yeah, hold down the shift now. You know, you are using one hand to move now your mouse and the other hand. Good. Oh yeah, go in, go in, go in, go in. Now, as if you want to stop. Hold on. As if you want to stop. Press the right button on the mouse. Press the right button on the mouse. No, you didn't get it. You didn't get
I've
it.
done that.
You did not. You did not. You did. It will have duplicated it. You did not maintain the bigger one. Control Z. Press Control Z. Don't worry. Control plus Z. Control. Good. Now, when you reduce it inside now, before you release your hand, the left hand, you press the right button. You will notice that it will duplicate the reflected copy. Oh yeah, start again now. Hold it down. Okay, yeah, move in, move in, move in, move in. Now, while you are still, don't release your hand from that one. Right click, right click, right
I've done that.
click. I want to see it retain. Okay, yeah, click on color. Select any color. Select any color quickly. Let's use that one to differentiate it. Click on another color different from good. So this is how I know that You have actually what? So you can see this in need practice, so not that I will practice later. You can see it if I'm not here with you like this now. So now let me continue. So you can unshare your screen now. Let's go back. Let's go back. I think we've demonstrated the basic functions of the pick tool. So you can see that it is an important tool. In fact, that is the genesis of CorelDRAW tools usage. You have to start from mastering this set of selection tools before you can master other. So out of these
I
two,
have a question.
okay,
I have the question. That particular thing, I don't know what you call it. I pick before I pick the one eligible. Will I be picking it all the time?
is it this one?
No. There is that arrow under that rectangular shape you told me to
Okay,
take
okay,
away.
okay, okay. Here, right? Here.
Yes.
No, 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 no. The reason why I asked you to pick it, I needed to see ellipse, but you have before changed it to 3 points. This was what was showing.
Okay.
You understand? And I don't want you to start working with this one until I'm coming from top now. So I'll get to where I
Okay.
will explain it so that I'll tell you the differences. So I just wanted you to
Okay.
focus on this one. So once you come and it's showing the icon, just go straight to it. There's no point. Is that clear?
Okay.
All right. So we just completed the about three functions of the pick tool. If you look at what you listed out in your notes, I said the first one is to select object, right? The second one is
Yes.
to move object, right? What's the third one? What is the
Is
third
it for
one?
the picture?
Yes, I listed about
Resize.
five. Good, resize.
Resize it.
Now, you have already mastered how to use the pick tool to resize. How do I know? You click on this, right? When you were doing something like this,
Reduce.
you were resizing, either increasing or what? Reducing. What is the next one? I want to confirm all of them before I move to the next two.
Q.
Skew.
Q object and rotate
Good.
object.
Now, look up, look up, look up. For skewing, I'm going to use different objects so that you understand it faster. So let's assume that I have a 2D rectangle shape like this, and I want it to look like a table. I want it to look like a table. Your table is always flat and then with 4 legs or 3 legs, or as the case may be. So, but this object placement now does not, depict that, okay, because it's oblique shape like this, it's blocking. So what I'm going to do is to select the pick tool, click on it once, that is twice. You click on it twice. So the remaining two functions I want to explain about the pick tool, the skewing, the rotation, require 2 times clicking on the shape. You click on it first, click again. It's not double clicking, no. It's just 2 times what? Clicking. Now, once you have selected the object twice, you will see another set of icons
It's not
generated.
double clicking. It's two times. When you click, you
One,
leave and click again.
yes. Look at this. I have clicked, then I click again. Okay. Now, once that happens, you will see another new icon generated, no longer the ones we were seeing
No.
before. So now these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are for rotation. If I want to rotate the object like this now, look at it. You can see I have rotated it. If I want to rotate from here, I'll move again. But 1, 2, 3, 4, they are for skewing. Skewing means you want to change the object perspective, the way you see it, the way you view it. You want to change it. Now, let me skew from here. Can you see what I'm having now? Did you see it now? So you just skew the object. That is not rotation. I can
To add
select
another shape.
it, yes, and skew from here like this. If it's not flat enough, I can select here and skew from here just to raise it up. Now it look like the surface of a table. So I can come to rectangle and establish a leg here. and give that leg maybe this, and then send it to the back of this so that it look as if it's a real table. So that would take me to object. Then I will say order, send to the back. So you can see that what it has gone to the back. Then I will move it as if I want to drop. I will right click. Okay. Then this is going to represent the leg coming from this axis, and then a shorter one that will represent the leg coming from this edge. Now, what I'm left to do is to send this three shape to the back of this so that the user does not see this extra aspect of it. So how do I select all of them at once? In other words, how to select two or more objects at the same time. Remember, the selection we just learned is just clicking on one object, right? Now, if I want to select 1, 2, 3 at once, what I will do is this. You select the first one, hold down the shift button, and then touch other ones. Now, I will now go to that object, click on the order, and say back to what? Back of the page. So 3 of them will go back at once instead of me doing it. Now, the idea is that how will I been able to get this kind of, design that shows that this is a table if I did not skew it. Because when we created this is how it was looking. So there's no way I will have showed this kind of concept without what? Skewing it. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so you are going to try it now as well. So at this stage, until you have mastered certain things, when I do one thing, you do it before I continue. So now you can try it now. Create a rectangle, skew it to have this perception, and then add these 4 legs. So let me unshare, then you can share. Let me see. Okay. So you can delete all this one. Just select them and press delete on your keyboard. Select and press delete. Select, okay. Click again, delete, good. Oh yeah, create the rectangle. Always open your shape. Always open it when you are drawing. Open it. Open it more. Open more. Vertically. Keep dragging. Open more. Yeah, you can. Then once you have finished drawing, you go back to your picture. You don't continue. And any other thing now, you go back to your picture. Okay. All right. Now, fill it with color as well. Okay. Now, back. Now, or your skill. You click second time.
I'll pick it too before I click,
No, no,
or
no, no.
because it has already showed that the
The,
node has it already showed that it's ready to receive.
yes.
Okay.
So now, good. No, 2 times so that you, where starts with the skill. The middle one, the middle one, go and place the icon on top. No, 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 no. The middle one at the top. Hold it, oh yeah,
That's it.
hold it down and drag. Hold it down and tilt your hand. Good. You'll be feeling the shape. You see the shape. Once you have got to what you wanted, then you drop. Then you can also do it from the left hand side. Go and use that one to skew it up a little. Use the one by your right hand side. Good. No, 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 no. Go good. No, no. Yes. Skew it up a little. Skew it up. Move up. Move You just move up and feel the shape. You will see the shape adjusting. Good. Keep going because we want to make it flat object like that table surface. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Then you also try from your right hand side, skew it up. Or no, 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 from down. Let's try down. Down, skew it the other way around. Go the other way around. No, you are not going up. Go straight. Go straight. Okay. I think it's good. Okay. All right. Now, You still need to skew. It's not yet flat. It's not yet flat. I think take this one up a little. Not down. Up, up. Do as if you are going up. Do as if you are going up. Okay, 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 okay. All right, stop here. We are add the legs. Add the legs. Create another rectangle. Another rectangle. You are leaving this one. Go and click on that rectangular 2 again. Rectangular 2. Rectangle 2. Click there again. Click. Now go to the shape and draw a vertical shape. Leave there, you have already selected. Go and create the vertical. No, move away from there. Okay, you can go ahead there. Just make sure that it's vertical. Keep opening it up. Keep opening it up. Open it up, down. The other way around. Go to your right hand side. The leg is shooting out. Good. Oh yeah, stop here. Just leave it because of the space you left. Give it color red. Once you have created an object, you fall back to pick 2 before you pick color. Always go back to pick 2 to show that you have disengaged that 2. Then you now want to edit. Oh yeah, click. Good. Now, copy it. Copy it. Drag it before you stop. Drag it before you stop. You right click. Just like the way we duplicated that cycle data. Do as if you want to move it.
To copy the leg, Abi.
Yes. Do as if you want to move it. Do as if you want to move it. Take it as if you want to move it. Move it. Move, move, move. Now, hold on. Before you stop, right click. Just like the way we did for that cycle. Right click before you drop. Good. Perfect. We are drag another one to the other edge before you drop.
From here.
Right click. Yes. Do as if you want to move it to the other end. Do as if you want to move it. Good. Now, right click before you drop. Right click. Good. We are move another one to the center here. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. No, bring it down a little, but let it be shorter than the other ones to show that it's coming from the other edge. Good. Right click. Let it go up, let it go up, up. Let it, good. Oh yeah, right click, right click, right click. Good. Now, the next step is for you to order 3 of them to the back because they are taller than the what? The surface of the.
I'll go to object.
No. Select one first. Have you, good. Now hold down your shift
One
button.
is selected.
Yeah,
One is selected already.
hold down the shift button on your keyboard and touch other 2. Hold down the shift button, touch other 2. One, touch the other one. Perfect. Yeah, go to object now. Go to object, object. Now select order, order. Down. No. Up. Down. Look for order.
That's
O-R-D-E-R.
what I'm looking for.
O-R-D-E-R. Good. Now move. Move to the right hand side and select back to back
Back of.
of layer. To back of layer. Yes. Click. Perfect. Perfect. So you cannot share now. Let's see if you can proceed. So after the class, you go back again and try all these things. That is the secret. So the more you use them, the more you master. Okay, now these are still basic things. So now we have explained all the 5 functions of what? The pick tool. What you can actually do as a designer with the pick tool. And we are all working on the object. Now, if I want to work on text, I want to move text with the pick tool the same way. Just click and drag, right? I want to resize the text with the same pick tool. Use the node, either uniform or what, as is, depending on how you want to adjust it. You can change, you can bold it here. You can change your handwriting here as well. Can change your handwriting here. Now, if I want to skew this text, I'm trying to relate these two to what? Both shape and what? Text. Okay. Now, I want to skew. Remember, I have to select twice, right? The way we selected the object twice. Then you can tilt. There are times that if I want this text now to slant here now, to slant here like this. So let me try and get it. I'll do something like this. Then I will bring it here. I just want it to fit this axis. That is the concept. So I'll click again. and then rotate it more. Good. Then click and then reduce it. Then if possible, I can put it here. Then reduce it if you want. Then I need to rotate it. I need to skew a little. You can see it. So you can also skew. You can also skew. I can come here now and tip a background for it if I want. Come in. So I can come here and tip a background for it. Which of the two I'm using? Okay. Just wanted to show a concept. Let me not bother us, but let me see if I can get it. Oh, sorry, I was using a wrong tool. So I want to use. So let's say the idea is that I want to carry this text on top of it, use a design. Now the text has gone to the back, so I'll go to Object, select that same order, and then bring it to the front. Now I can change the text color. Then I can zoom it, then skew it, trying to fit it to have that shape, to have the shape of the shape itself. So you can reduce it uniformly, hold down the shift, so that it can go in uniformly to fit into that shape properly. So this can be an illustration. Okay, so now let's take one more tool. Let's look at another tool. We are still under selection tool. The only tool we have discussed under selection tool is the pick tool. Now I want to take, let me explain the next one, which is called shape tool. Shape tool under selection category. I want to look at the next one, which is shape tool. Shape tool. So how do we define the shape tool? Right. The shape tool is used to draw rectangles and, sorry, the shape tool is used to edit shapes. The shape tool is used to edit shapes. The shape tool is used to edit shapes. Are you with me?
Yes.
It's used to edit what? Shapes of objects by manipulating nodes and curves. I come again. The shape tool is used to edit shapes of objects by manipulating nodes and curves. By manipulating nodes and curves. By manipulating nodes and curves. Did you understand that?
Mm.
Okay, so that I can demonstrate it. Now, this is what we are saying. It is one of the most important tool in CorelDRAW. As a matter of fact, you can't do without the shaping tool. For example, I have a rectangle, and I want this rectangle to change to triangle. The triangle has how many sides? Just 3, right? But a rectangle has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to convert this to a triangle or even any other shape. So that's why I said by manipulating the node and the curve. So these are the node, like I've told you before. So if I'm going to change this shape, I have to manipulate what? The node. Now, you see, this is the tool. After, look at it now, under your pick tool, this is the tool. Edit a curve object or text character by manipulating what? Node. So now, but there is a criteria required if the object is not, if it's a JPEG object. A JPEG object is an object that the whole axes are combined or grouped. Am I communicating? The whole axes are
Yes.
combined or grouped. That is a JPEG what? Object. Now, if I may ask you, this particular shape, we are not the
A
one.
JPEG, he said a JPEG object is what?
A JPEG object is an object where all the axes are grouped. They are grouped. In other words, they are what? They are joined as one entity. Now, what I am saying is that this object, all the axes are grouped. This axis is joined with this. This one is joined with this. This one is joined with this. That is because this object wasn't sketched. This object wasn't sketched.
Okay, it's a default shape.
Yes. It wasn't sketched manually by you. Okay? So for that reason, if you want to manipulate it with the shape tool, this is what you can do. Once you click on, I want you to take note of the icon, the node. Once I select shape tool now, they will change. Did you see? They change. When I was on pick tool, look at it. Look at what you have. So once I select shape tool, they change. Okay? Now, which means that what? They are all tied to each other. If I drag one now, look at this. All of them are dragging. All of them are dragging. All of them are dragging. So you might need this shape, maybe like an ID card design, where you want the corners to curve. You can select this. All right, so like I was saying, you can drag it. Now, that is because the whole object has not been separated. So now, if I want to drag, I want to curve, or I want my node manipulation to affect only one of the axes instead of pulling everything, what I'm going to do is this. I want to show you two different concepts before I leave this two. I want to drag only this side without affecting this side. You know, look at it. When I click here at first, and I drag here, all the axes dragged, right? But now I want only this side to move. All right. Without moving 1, 2, 3. If you look at the appearance of the node, they are all shaded as if they are colored inside, right? Now, if I click on with the same shape tool, if I click on any one of them, for instance, if I click on this, I want to tell me what will happen. What has happened?
It's highlighted.
What the other ones are no longer shaded now.
Yes.
It's only the one that I selected that is still shaded, right? Now, if I drag it now, look at it. How many sides are curving?
Only that side.
Good. Now, if I want to curve only here, I'll click here. That is the only one word shaded, right? So if I click here now, drag now, only that one word dragging. This is a logo. This can be someone's logo. Now, let's do that thing we did where we created cycle inside cycle. I want to nest another one. I am holding down, I'm using this node and I'm holding down the shift button. Then I am reducing inside. Did you see what I get now? It's just like what we did the other time now when we use cycle. Now, if I want to duplicate it, what do? I will right
You will
click.
still hold it
Right.
and press
Then
right click.
I will just click here to give it color. This is someone's logo. Okay. So what I will do is that this line that is showing here, I will off it. I'll click on it, then come to where you are saying 2PS, then say what? None. So it will not look as if the one inside is entering the what? The container that is being placed on. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that is, you can see that is just one manipulation. Don't forget that from which shape? From
Shape tool.
a rectangle like this, we got this. So if you
Yes.
go back to the definition that says that what? It's for manipulating what? Node, right? And
Yes.
curve. So you can see that we have successfully changed, look at the name, shape tool. That is what? To shape, to reconstruct. So we reconstructed rectangle to become what? An object like this. So if I want to know, look at it, even in your layer, it's still seeing it as rectangle because that was the original one you created that you converted to this. Do you want to try it?
Let me try it.
Oh yeah, try. You can do it. You can share your screen as well. Yeah. After trying it, then we may just stop there. So I can go and play with it. We'll still continue. We still have more to talk about it. Once you finish drawing, you go back to your pick tool before you do any other thing. Don't always forget. So that you can discontinue the tool. Try that option first. Drag the first one, drag any of them in and fill that shape that I got. Hold down and drag it in. Okay, you have already selected it. Oh yeah, drag it in now. Just drag it in. Just drag
I
it.
want to use my. I want to use my.
Good. Now go and select the other edge. Click on it first. Good. Take it in. Good. Perfect. Now go to your pick tool so that you duplicate it. Go to your pick tool. Go to your pick tool. Where use the uniform adjustment. Shift, drag it in. Good. Then right click before you stop. Or you drop. Perfect. Give it yellow. Give it yellow. Perfect. I can see that you are going to really understand this photo Corel. You are getting this fast. So, but please, after this class now, before tomorrow morning, do more on your own without anybody guiding you. Okay. So
I will do it now.
so I think I have to stop here because if it's too much at the beginning like this, since we are meeting to
Exactly.
physically,
Exactly.
let me leave the other one till physical meeting so that it can. So just go and master this.
Please, your physical meeting, you will come early because first we'll go and mark first so that we can be able to finish our class. But I will try so that we'll prepare immediately the class we can go
Okay, where? Okay, you are going out.
on it.